Hey everyone, Necrovari is back with another different video, much like the last one. This is our server tour for the Space Engineers server of the Goth Punks that we started a little bit ago. I think there was a video on the channel of this as the new start, and as you can see, we're still here on a planet. This is the planet of Pertam. If I turn around, you're going to notice a lot of stuff is going on. A lot of things have changed, and a lot of things are different. Hopefully, the VSync issues I was having before are fixed, minus the giant unbuilt grid you can see on the right, which looks like TV static. So I'm going to go through what we've done and kind of talk a little bit about the progress we've made and see potentially, where it goes. As far as what are other things we want to do. And yeah, so there's that. So we've added a couple extra people to the server. It is me, Ace, General Mayhem, and now we have Script God, and we did have Ginger Brute for a while. He has since not played, but that's not that big of a deal. So, yeah, a lot of things have been built, and we're going to go over that. This is, if you remember the last video, this is Shit Dot, and this is Shit Tack, and I don't believe this is fully built, so we're going to start here. This is also known as the Lowe's facility, and as you can see, there's a lot of unbuilt stuff. Sorry for the crazy eye anti-aliasing garbage going on. Oh, this actually got blown up. There used to be a door on the front of this. This was our dookie hut with no fapping. I wonder if lightning must have hit it. Where the fuck is all the cobalt? Yeah, Script God is one of, well, it's in his name. He's a script god. So he's been setting up images on screens for us. He's been doing scripts on our ships. And I think he has a script running on here. Like I said, this is Shit Tack, also known as the Lowe's facility. And as you can see over here, we have a bunch of storage containers. Each of these, I believe, is somehow configured. And I don't know if it's configured properly or what, but for ore storage. And then, of course, we have refinery and our assemblers over there. This is mostly what we use on the planet to build stuff. Everything's linked together to help each other, and then it's all connected between this facility and the Shit Dot facility as well. We still have Ace's Ford FU50, I believe, or FU150 or FU250 or FU350, whatever it was. That's still here. There's a fire somewhere? I could see it burning. I don't know. There's a lot that we've taken a long break from this server. We've just recently come back, so there's a lot of things we don't really remember. We still have the aphid over there. That's not been used. That's just been sitting off, so I'm not even going to touch that. That might just get scrapped. It wasn't really that good of a ship in the first place. The one thing that changed is we have an upstairs now, which is known as the administration area. So we're going to go up this incredibly long, stupid walkway, because there's no better way to get up here. And we're going to head on in here. Now, the original thought was to make this the office area for the Lowe's facility, so I have a bunch of office cubicles and stuff for everybody. And, well, that didn't really pan out, as you can see. It's quite empty in here. I don't think there's actually anything in this area, except for Moose's office, or Ace. Moose's discount dealership, you buy it, sucks to suck, with his golden stairs. Let's see if I can go in here without a light on. See if you can see. Yeah, you can already see we have some projectors here. Let me turn my lights back on. And it's. Do we actually have lights in here? No, we don't. So we have a doorway here. I don't think that door. I don't know if that doorway works or not. We have some golden stairs, and I believe these are all venting. Yeah, there's vents here so we can breathe. On both sides, and then we have this here, which is oh, there's two desks. That's interesting. We have some desks here for Ace. They're all gold, of course, and then we have one of the jokes we've had since forever was putting Loss, the meme, the Loss meme, in just the most random areas we can find. So I was cooking eggs one day, and I cut up some of the sausages, and I made the Loss meme, and I sent it to Ace, and so we had to put that in there. But I'm sure you're all wondering, what the heck is this up here? Let me take a little bit of a look up here. This is, and I don't know if I talked about it last time. This big ship is known as the Mama Gen. That is the colony ship that we started out on when this server started back on the moon, and we immediately left, said hell with that, and we flew to Pertam. So that's the majestic thing. It's got everything. I mean, you can even see inside of it. It's got glass all on top. You can see the Thank you, game. You could see all the good stuff there.
Fuel critical.
Okay, game. I know I'm in creative. Shut up. You can see all the batteries in there. There's a hanger in the. Can you actually see through this? Oh, you can. That's so cool. So you can see like the hanger in the. Oh, come on. The hanger in the back here. If it lets me get down there, maybe not. I don't know. Be further back. That's that. It would be, anyways. Maybe it cuts it off. I don't know. Oh, there's the hanger right there. Yeah, you can see it right there. There's the hanger right there, so we can park in there. Yeah, we'll tour that. If I don't remember if I did that already. And then of course there's a ship flying around it, wherever the heck that went to. Let's see if I can find it. There you are. This is Ace's Pie Fighter. You can see it is quite loaded with guns and engines and everything you can see. We will see this ship, do not worry. It is up in space right now, which is a new addition, being up in space. And how he did this, for those of you who are interested, I mean, it's really not that hard. You can do this in your own world. Let's go under the gubbins here. He's got two projectors, one with the Mama Gen and then the other one with the Pie Fighter that's just slowly rotating. So that was pretty cool. He was super happy with that. I don't know if this is actually going to refuel me or not, but I'll do that real quick. There we go. Okay, let's see what else we got here. We do have a little balcony out here. There we go. That was pressurized. We have a nice little balcony out here with the window overlooking the the new addition over there, the airport, and of course the bridge, which is our main power source. Please disregard the giant flaming heap of garbage over there. Thank you, Script God. Yeah, we'll talk about this stuff in a few moments here. We're gonna continue to tour. I don't think much has really changed over here in this facility. This is the shit dot facility. We build it better than you. That was actually a joke between us. Is Shitak, we build it bigger. That's their motto. Ours is we build it better. And I like to think that that's true. We do have a couple of ideas of what we want to do for some upcoming videos just out of Space Engineers as kind of jokes, like one-off jokes. So keep an eye out for those if those ever come about. You'll notice from the last time there is a lack of vehicles in here, and that is because some of them blew up. Thank you, Lightning. And some of them are in use. So we have the shit dot facilities. Normally there would be a crane truck here, like a tow truck. There's the welder ship. There would be an ant, much like this one, as we call them, but with cargo. And this one is with hydrogen, so that's our fuel truck for the airport. A couple of different connectors. Grinder bay, a couple of memes. Expectations and reality, that is so true. A little bit of processing over here. The one thing I really like about this facility, thank you Script God for doing this, is now we have a readout here of exactly what we have on the base and any incoming ores. We have since moved off the planet to mine because the planet is kind of a pain in the butt, but this readout is very helpful. And so if we ever need anything, we know exactly what we need to bring back from space. Plus, I love this little thing that I built. I'm going to shameless plug here. It is such a nice thing to be able to get under a vehicle to work on them. So that's awesome. Okay, so let's take a look at a couple other things here. This is new, I believe, from last time. This was not here. This little hallway, and this goes over to a decompressed room because somebody broke it, and I don't know who, and now there's no oxygen in here, so that's awesome. Thank you. I think it has to do with the voxels in the ground, so I gotta figure that out. But this is our welding bay. You can see this is not my design. I took this off of the YouTube video. Put a projector. There's a projector on there. Project it. Lift it up. It welds. It does everything. It's awesome. It works. I'm not going to explain really too much. There's welders under here. Everything's good. But yeah, it was cool to build. It's a little jank, but it works. And then we have a readout of exactly what we have in the base here for components, just so we make sure we have enough needed stuff for building. This was a side project of mine. Why is this not? Oh, that's why. Okay, that's a problem. This is a little side project. We were gonna have these little motorized, like I'm gonna call them rascals. They were essentially electric wheelchairs coming down here, and they would go through this little tunnel with an airlock and go underneath the bridge that you can see there. It never really panned out, and it was to alleviate damage during lightning storms. And I guess I just don't really care enough anymore because we're barely on the planet anymore. Oh, and you could oh, good job, Script God. Let's head out there next. So we're back by the Rascal here, and if we head out this door, I don't know why we have an airlock here. It's not even airtight. We'll come to the little landing pads that was built by Script God. These are the 2 miners we have on the planet. Still has that engine on. Cool. We have the horizontal miner, so you know, can mine forward and back, whatnot. Then we have the vertical miner, which can mine up and down. Then we have this down here. I don't know how we get down there. Oh, there's that. That's a. I don't know what he's doing with that. I know what that's for. That is it's an atmospheric tug. Oh, this is why we build stuff, so that when it gets hit by lightning, it doesn't break right away. This is an atmospheric tug. That something happened to it. I don't know what, but he's working on missile racks right now. We'll go over there and look. But yeah, this I don't know what he did or how he did it, but it's broken. Good job, Script God. You're doing great. So that's mostly it for this area of the base. We have another base over there we're going to go take a look at. General Mayhem is building another mining rig. Oh, you know what? I did miss this. He's building another mining rig that's being worked on because we just need ice and we need something bigger than those little vertical miners to do it. So this is a old build that he's had before in the past that seems to work. So he's building that up. We have this ship, which is crashed. We'll talk about that in a little bit. And then we have, this was an experiment I wanted to do to get like a dump truck kind of thing. These hook up to the base for processing. This is just a bunch of cargo containers that carry ore, and then they can come up and dump it out of the back. It was more of just a concept. I don't even know if this thing works. No, it's dead. It's been dead for a while. But, I mean, it's got a collector on the front, so it drives up to stuff, picks stuff up, throws in the back, and then it can crap it out the back. And then because of how far forward this was and where these collectors had to be, we had to put bumpers on it like that. So it was more of a proof of concept that became a lot more difficult to deal with, and is just not really anything that we use. Let's head on over to this base real quick. Okay, this is General Mayhem's base. I don't really know what it's called. I think it's just called the bunker. Completely self-sufficient. Is not anything that needs to be maintained much. Has its own ore processing and whatnot. And then he has his 573rd Heavy Airlift Squadron. He's got 2 of these ships. One's over at the airport. And there's this one. So this one's atmospheric. The other one's hydrogen. This is the Heracles. The other one, I think, is the Zesu. We're going to head on in here. Okay, kind of forgot about this. One of our members made a good suggestion. Just, hey, let's go put a screen up in General Mayhem's base. Let's put a penis on it. And so that's there, and that has not been removed. So that's good. I'm happy to see that. This is General Mayhem's base. There's a little tunnel that leads outside. What the hell is this? Oh, a little collector. He used to have vehicles in here. I think they're in here now in storage. Let's go in here. Oh, God. Yeah, okay, here they are. There's a couple vehicles here. You can see, obviously, this one was used to mine the area out. He has a copy of my crane, which is not configured correctly, so I might actually steal that back since my crane got destroyed by lightning. He's got... Oh, it's so dark. There we go. He's got a cargo hauler based off of an older design from last server known as the Wee-Woo. I thought he had something else in here. I guess he doesn't. Okay, weird. I thought he had another truck. I thought he actually had a Wee-Woo. It might be out in the field somewhere. I don't know. Ooh, that was a lag spike. Let's go take a look. I don't really know what he's changed around here, if anything. I've only looked at it once. Let's go this way. It is pressurized, it looks like, which is good. We'll go downstairs first. Nice. Okay, this is obviously some type of processing. He's got industrial assembler. He's got a thing. This is one thing I did like about this. He actually sunk this into the floor, so to get downstairs you have to go through there. And then there's whatever down here. Obviously not fleshed out. Could definitely put more stuff down here. I don't know what he would use it for, But there's that. And then if we go upstairs... there we go. A lot of voxels sticking through the blocks. If we go upstairs, I believe this is the bedroom, and he's got an old copy of the unbuilt... Wow. He's got a really old copy of the unbuilt Lowe's facility, I believe. Bunch of this stuff. He's actually in bed right here. And then we have a bunch of other beds here. So this would be like a barracks, I suppose. One weird block there. Yeah, so essentially a barracks. Fully pressurized. Huh, pretty nice. Okay, let's head on out. That is the bunker. And we're going to head on over to the airport. I'm actually going to go grab that fuel truck because we got to transport some fuel over there anyway. So I will see you on the other side of this transition. Okay, coming across the bridge. I turned my HUD back on just because it's easier to navigate that way. We are at the airport. Dismount here. You can see off to the side right away. We have one of Scriptgod's ships he is building. That is a missile frigate. We'll talk about that in a few moments. And then we have a project that's been in the works for quite a long time. This is the airport. Excuse me. This is the airport. And let's get you parked here quick. Real quick. We'll back you up to that. This is a pretty arcane method of doing this, but we need to be able to transport hydrogen. I'm sure there's music you can hear as well. We're going to turn that off. There we go. So this is the airport. This is something that I really wanted just because I wanted to, and I'll put big air quotes on this, I want to fly a plane. Even though we don't have the aerodynamics mod, you can still kind of cheese it in the normal game. So we'll come up to the main terminal that is not built yet. This was going to be like a little joke, like a check-in desk and like a little lounge area. Welcome to Percham Airport, serve shit west. At least it's not. It doesn't say it on there, but at least it's not Sun Country. We'll go... Is this a window? Yeah, it is a window. We're going to go over here. We're going to check out this. This is something that Scriptgod's been working on for a while, and the script he's using for the guided missiles is ridiculous. He does not have anything built in there, so he's going to have racks of missiles in here that we've already tested, and you can see that one, not the thing that's on garbage fire over there, the plane that was over by Shit Dot, that was one of the casualties, took a direct hit from, actually no, that wasn't one. No, the one that took a direct hit is, I think we just trashed it because it hit one of the fuel. I'll show you it, but it hit one of the fuel tanks, and it did not survive. But yeah, so this is a project obviously in the works. Nothing much is fleshed out. He wants to get the missiles up and running first. Turn the lights on. Turn that off. And but yeah, here's this little bridge. He's gonna have command center here and everything. So yeah, it's a pretty cool design. I like it. It reminds me of. God, I had a whole thing for this. I can't remember. It reminds me of like an air speeder almost with these wings off to the side, like a Star Wars or a snow speeder, excuse me. Yeah. So then, what else we got here? We got the airport itself. We'll talk about the ships. There's another one of Seth's heavy lifters. I think this one is the Zesu, or is it the? That's offline. It's the offline. That's what we'll call that. This is the airport itself, a little bit of a refueling area here. We had I tried to make a trailer for the ants once. There's the cargo ant back there. And things worked for the most part, but mostly it didn't, so I just left it out here. A couple of fuel storage tanks for hydrogen, and then the runway itself. And then this little guy is an addition from Scriptgod. This is the pillbox. Originally we had an air traffic control tower, and then we had to roll back the server just because of issues. We are running a mod for music on there, so I'm sure this is going to get canned if you can hear that music. But yeah, shit air, at least it's not Southwest or Sun Country. I should say that as well. But yeah, a little area out here. It's like a little lounge. It's really well built, and it's really cool just to sit here and watch people try to take off and land or crash or whatever. So far, I think only me and Scriptgod actually used this area for the way it's intended. So challenge to the other people playing this. If you really want to be cool, try to take off and land an airplane. My normal airplane is gone, so is Script God. So we're going to actually take this boy up in space. I got to get him refueled and whatnot. This is my newest ship. I built this modeled after a B-17. You can see we added wheels on it because that's how you kind of have to do it for this. But yeah, this should be charged, question mark. Let's turn that on. That's why. There we go. Yeah, this should be charged. There's a little reactor in there. We put a camera down here so you can actually see out the front, because when you're up in the cockpit area, you can't see dick. Which is just like a normal airplane, but it's actually kind of funny. These batteries are garbage. They thought they charged. But yeah, so I'll refuel this. We'll take off. I'll show you a little bit of footage of that. And then we'll head on up to, I want to say it's that one right there. And we'll show you what we've done out in space. So here's a brief little clip of that. Alright, and after a little bit of a short flight, I'll actually turn this back on so I can see what my tool buttons do. We are up at, I don't remember what we call this place. It's an asteroid base, essentially, and it's the closest asteroid that we initially found to the planet where we wanted to park the Mama Gen, so she was out of the way, and then we could live off of the planet instead of using her as the colony ship. We have a couple of things up here, and I notice that is new, whatever in God's green earth that is. That looks like something Script God is building. We're going to go through each of these, but I need to... Yeah, that is definitely something Script God is building. Oh yeah, I remember he was talking about building a colony ship. Interesting. It's a very large colony ship. So we're going to just stop this boy here. We should be fine just to hover there for a while. Let's turn everything off. Okay, there we go. Just for understanding, I am in creative mode just so I don't die during this stuff. It's just easier to do this in creative. I'm not building anything. I'm just doing the tour in creative. So this is, I don't even know what we call this base. This is the asteroid base. And we have a lot of stuff here. And I'm really mad that he parked that right there. So we'll start with this. You can actually see, here it is. Here's the one ship I was going to bring up here, but I accidentally left it up here. This is, it's a French design. I got it off the workshop and then I modified it a little bit with wheels and extra batteries and stuff. But yeah, this is the base. And Script God has been very busy setting this base up. As you can see, there's a lot to it. We're going to go through each of it. So we'll start in this little hangar, which is obviously unbuilt, and we do not use it, which is fine. We'll shut that door. Those are lights. That's not what I wanted. And we'll go through here. This is the main control room of the base. And as you can see, we have a lot going on. You can see it's December 11th, 2022 at 9 in the morning. We have everything on here. We have Issy's inventory manager running. We have IIM auto crafting. We have a full power readout script, which we have on many of our ships. It's automatically managed as well, so that reactors turn on when they need to, whatever. We have every single ship that is docked with the platform. So the Broadhead, the Robinson, the Mama Gen, 2 different small grids, a Dorito, and then of course we have our readouts for hydrogen, oxygen, power readouts for how much power we have. Here's a complete ore listing of what we have, because we do bring a lot of ore in here. We do have a good miner, and I'll talk about that here as well. I don't remember what's up here. Of course, this is pressurized. I think this is just the balcony. Yeah, that's just the balcony. There's nothing really out there. If we do go outside, though, we can see all of our refining area here. And I gotta say, when certain ships are parked here, it's just majestic walking out and just seeing the dock. Sorry, wasting your oxygen there, script. Just seeing the dock here of ships, you know, it's just so awesome. Normally there's a different ship parked here that's much further forward. We'll take a look at that, but this is our refining and everything. This is all run on script, so it makes sure that it keeps everything built that we require, like right here. So everything here is built up. We have a reserve of everything. I don't know why it's not building stuff now. It must be reading something off one of the other ones, because this should be at 24K. We have a couple of things of defense, a couple of guns. And what we have up here, this is actually, I don't know if this is separate grid or not. I don't think it is, but I also don't think there's a way to get up here from the control room. Let's go this way. This is our barracks. Each person, as you can see, SEC directed. This is Script God's room. Each of us have a 2x2, I believe, 2x2x2, so 2, not squared, it'd be 2 cubed little room. We have to leave our doors open, because if we don't, we suffocate, because there's not enough room for vents in each of these. So we have Script God, who is also known as the SEC. SEC is much like ShitDot and ShitTac, but SEC is, I don't remember what it stands for, but essentially his motto is scripting so you don't have to. Ginger Brute, who hasn't been on in a while, he's probably dead. Yeah, he's dead. I don't know where he's at. He left his door closed, so if he was in there, he would have suffocated. This is my room. I try to keep it pretty minimal. Have a nice little thing there. Little KitchenAid, little bar area. There's that. I tend to like my bar areas. They're kind of nice. And then, of course, upstairs. I'll just leave my light on. Upstairs, we have the Dorito God, which is also General Mayhem. He is not in there right now. He does also have an upstairs with lockers. And then we have, fucking do it again, which is Ace. And his is kind of backwards. You have to go through that to get there. And he's got, oh, okay. He'll do it again, I guess. He sure has. If anybody understands that reference, it's to the Goofy on Trial video from so long ago. That's become kind of a mantra in our group. We have another hangar here. This was being built by Script God, and as you can tell, it never really went anywhere. So it's something that is still on the books that we can do. But that's that. Each person has their own room. Yeah, it's kind of nice. I like that. And let's get to the part where I'm sure everybody here really wants to get to every single one of these ships. But before I do that, that is our other base defense. Of course, built by Script Guy once again. This is our railgun turret. I'm sure I don't know if he took us off the workshop or whatever, but I really love the design. It's got a scorpion tail hinge system for loading. It's fully functional, fully controllable. It's ridiculous. We've never had to use it except for having fun. But it's still a really cool gun turret there. Coming in on here, you can see just exactly how cool it is. If there was a ship parked right up in here, like right up in your face, it's super cool. Those are not hooked up for some reason. I don't know why. We'll take a look at that shortly. We do have a small welding platform up here for small ships. As you can tell, it's seen some damage. It has seen better days. We have a small platform over here for fighters and the like. So we have, I think General Mayhem calls this one the longbow. Is that what it's called? Yeah, so that's the longbow. We call it the Dorito. It's his heavy fighter, I believe. This is the Lestia Mark IV, and this is, I believe he calls this the Eurofighter. This is also General Mayhem's. You can kind of tell the same design style. Oh, how did I get out of there? Yeah, there's that. So those are the fighters of the area. I don't know if we actually had to use them much. I think we used them a couple of times. This is the Lestia. Wow, this is the Mama Gen. As you can tell, it's huge. This was the colony ship. I don't know why that's dead. That's not recharging, but I think I went through this already. There's not really much to tell. It's got a bunch of guns and armaments. It's got the hangar. It's got everything. Everybody's got their own little bedroom on there. Nothing really much there. I think I went over that. If I find out I didn't, I might make a separate video on it later. And yeah, we'll go from there. We have two large craft fighters here. This is, as you've seen before, this is the Pie Fighter. Let me go up a little bit here. It's been slightly modified. All the atmospheric has been removed. More guns, more everything. Heavy armor everywhere. I think it's heavy armor. Yeah. And it's got cat ears, I guess. But it's strictly ion. And it decimates. How many kills does it have? It's offline. Okay. I thought it had kills. Oh, it's not even hooked up. Oh, that's damaged. Okay. Well, we'll have to fix that someday. And then we have Star Wars fans. Obviously, you can see that that's mimicked after a TIE fighter or a TIE bomber. This is an X-wing, and the wings actually do separate. It's a little jank, and I don't know if this is hooked up or not. This is Ginger Brute's ship. He's only ever flown it once, and it has crashed once. And I want to say, where is... There is a there's not a secret compartment. There it is right there. So this is a two-man craft. You obviously... Whoa! Forgot about that. That is gravity well. You have one cockpit up here, and then you have... I forgot we had gravity here. We have this little guy down here, which is the R2 unit, which essentially is, which would be like Ace's seat. And if you sit here, beep, bop, flip, fuck that shit. So that's exactly how, that's how that goes. The first flight of this was this and the Broadhead, which we'll go look at in a moment, fighting against something. And I don't remember if it was a ship or if it was a station, but essentially what happened is Ginger Brute's, that was his first flight. He flew towards it, didn't realize that slowing down in space isn't like every other video game. Turned ass end around and then smashed the back end of this into the enemy, which immediately killed Ace off. And I think it killed Ginger Brute as well. But that was that was really good. He inspected that thing really hard. So let's go back up here. I wish we had footage of that. That was such a funny... Oh, that was such a funny moment. We'll check out this guy up here. Actually, let's talk about Script God's ship. This is a Wolfenstein build, I believe he said. Very similar to the French one over there. It's got the same kind of setup for thrusters and whatnot and wing setup. This is just an airplane, just to get up and down from space. Oh, we have this as well. I completely forgot about this. This is the cargo hauler for the Owl. We'll talk about the Owl shortly. But this is Script God's cargo hauler because the Owl would keep getting filled up with ore, and I just coming back and forth from the base is a pain in the butt. So that was built to run cargo for us. This ship, which I'm sure everybody is excited to finally get to because I have saved the best for almost the best for last. This is the, I almost said the longbow, excuse me, the Broadhead, as you can tell by the front tip looking like an arrow. This is our, I believe it's classified as a destroyer still, according to the weight class. Engines are still on for some reason. That's interesting. Let's go on inside. We have a nice script here that does not allow us to open the door until it is clear and sealed. Our O2 is fixed finally, which is nice. Thank you, server reset. Our O2 is broken for a very long time. I don't know what the heck Script God is doing here with this ship. I'm guessing that's a colony ship of some sort. I don't know. But we have your bridge, or your helm, if you really want to call it that. This is Captain's... Oh, look at that. That's gorgeous. Just looking out and seeing everything is so much fun. We have that. We have 2 gunners here for the chin guns mounted. on the front, which I believe should be showing you right now on the screen. Future editor note, please remember that. There's 2 chin guns mounted at the front, as you should be able to see there. Each of them is custom and fully controllable by anyone on almost any seat on the ship. This is our... I don't even know what to call it. This was just the front end. I didn't really know what to do. I called it the barrage section, I believe. And as you can see, we have windows here, and we have huge autocannons. I don't remember what these ones are called. These aren't artillery cannons. I don't remember what they are, but we have 4 of these guns, 2 on either side, and we put the glass behind them so we can actually see what they are firing at. And then underneath there, you should be able to see, again, it'll be on screen. There are 5 or 6 artillery cannons in a broadside configuration, much like a pirate ship, with a camera so that those can be fired at any given time. Barely ever use them, but they are devastating when they hit, and they sound amazing. Okay, so from there, we have our little hangar area. I can see Script God left the lights on the tug. Come on down here. This is the hangar section. So this is a carrier as well. The goal of this was to have every black square on here you can see is a connector. It has just light armor over it, but you can still connect. So we have a little tug, and the goal was to build a bunch of small little drones that can be controlled by people on the ship. We can deploy them from here. There's 4 hangar bay doors, and let them do our bidding and go from there. So far, we only have the tug. So the only thing we've ever used this for is salvaging stuff we've gone and killed off. The back end is not yet done. It's something that we're still trying to decide. This is actually the engine area. So behind that wall is fuel and engines. And then this is going to be a hangar area here. I know it's probably really hard to see. This is obviously going to be a hangar area for everyone. So we can fit fighters here and do repairs for larger craft instead of just drones. Like I said, it's not built, but it's going to be. And then down below, which is also unbuilt, and I don't think we have a way to get in there from the normal ship. Oh, yes, we do. Never mind. This is going to be the bar and lounge area. Most of my big ships have a bar and lounge. You'll see that on the Owl, which is the next ship we're going to. It is unfinished, of course, for now. But that's something we're working on. The next room is our battery storage. We have a lot of batteries. It's an all-ion ship. And we have 2 or 3 jump drives. I can't really remember. But it's a heavy ship. So this is right underneath the engine area. Both sides are the same. They're equal. We have to redo some of the ions, but it's a very powerful ship. Oxygen is here as well. And then if we go forward, you see the color has changed. This is Script God's command center on this ship. Oh, it's disgusting. He is the leader of SEC, scripting so you don't have to. And then this is, I think it's, I don't remember what SEC stands for. It's shit something something. And then we have SMC, which is shit military company, or shit military whatever. And the motto is because I'm tired of being a bitch. So if Script God was sitting here, he would have everything ready to go. He controls most of the. He controls all of the turrets up top, which should be showing right now as well. These are all custom turrets. Oh, it's crazy. This ship's got a lot of guns. And then I believe if we come up here, this is the server room, which is not pressurized. Yeah, you can see up above here some of the guns and stuff. A lot of the scripts are running on here. Like I said, this is a server room. So if this gets hit, which is this should all be encased in heavy armor, if this gets hit, we're losing a lot of our functionality. And that's just under the broadside section of the ship. So let's head on up. We'll get the heck out of Dodge. And we'll head on over to the Owl next. This is my pride and joy. I'm going to take a moment and just thank Script God for helping me build this as well. This is the Burrow Owl. And this is something that we might even look at putting out on the workshop just because of how awesome this ship has been for not only the server, but for just everyone who's involved in it. It's just an awesome ship. So we're going to take a quick look through it and talk about it. So this was actually built on the planet. This is a complete ion ship built on the planet, and then thank you to General Mayhem's heavy lifting squadron for actually bringing it up to the asteroid and dropping it off. We didn't know if this was going to work. We didn't know anything about it. We just started building it one day, and it just turned out so fantastic. So obviously you can see the design is very tubular, and it has a mining drill head in the front that extends 3 deep. It's of course recessed so it doesn't do any damage when it's flying around, and it's got 7 drill heads in the front, which can mine a heck of a lot of stuff. Completely ion, of course, as I said, and you can see all the ion thrusters there, all the extra little bits added for flare and whatnot. And it's even got, if you come here, we'll start here. It's got 2 hangar bays, as you can see, the burrow owl, 2 and 1. These are very similar. We have to redo these. These are from workshops. These are actually from the workshop, so we might not include these, but Script God printed these up, and they're too similar in the way where if you turn one off, the other one turns off, so we got to fix that. But these are just little patrol craft, so what we've used them for, especially because you can pilot this 100% solo. You can do everything solo on this one. It doesn't need multiple people at different stations. This one will, take one of these guys out, go up to an asteroid, shave it down so it's flat, and then you can actually attach the ship to the asteroid and then use this as like a mining spire or something. We'll talk a little bit more of operation and whatnot, but these guys are little lifesavers. Not a ton of cargo on them. Really good as scout ships, and that's why we wanted to include that as the original goal. We thought was to take this out, have 2 other crew members with us, have them use these to scout, find a big deposit, plant the sucker on there, eat the deposit, and then leave, using these to shave off any things we missed. But it works out pretty well. You'll notice they are upside down. That's kind of, it's space, so there's really no right side up. But it works. It works really well. It is piped up with sorters and everything into the... no, we did take the sorter off. It is piped up to take cargo out of there. Thank you, game. And... yeah, sorry, I'm talking too much about it. It works. We have access to it through this, and you can see all the internals here. 2 reactors, 6 large containers, hydrogen engines, and then, of course, this stairwell here, which goes up to the 2nd story. Oh, gravity gets a little bit weird here. And then we have, of course, 2 giant ions, an oxygen tank, O2 gens, hydrogen tanks, everything like that. This is all the workings, and you can actually see this from the outside. This is somewhat open, but also well protected. This isn't a combat vessel, even though there are turrets on here. But, you can kind of see everything good back there, and then everything, forward is living space. So it's the way we segregated it out was really nice. And it works incredibly well for what we needed. So entrance is back here. Like I said, gravity gets a little bit weird. I don't even know if the gravity gen is on right now. I might be on mag boots, but if we come in here, we got a little airlock. We can see nothing through there. I wonder if the oxygen is fixed. Yes, it is. We have a couple of different compartments and buildings here. We'll talk about this one last, but if we come here, we have the bunks. So we have everybody on the server that has been on here, out here. Dorito God, probably at the bar, Ginger Brute, all these guys. These are all the same people. General Mayhem, Ace, Ginger Brute, Script God, and me. That's just a little barracks area. We have a guns and shit area here. I forgot I named it that. It's just a locker storage area. Upstairs we have a bathroom for dookie dueling. There's 2 bathrooms, and if you sit in one, you stare at the person next to you, so it's whoever can pinch it off fast enough. And then we have a 3rd story in here, which isn't really fleshed out. It's something I got to work on, but it's got some vending machines, and it's got a button here which controls the disco light in there. I'm not going to turn that on just in case people have sensitivity to light, plus it also screws with the frame rate, so that's that. But reminder, as always, Buck Jake in Lestia's name, and we will come out here to the bridge. Yes, that's right, I'm leaving the colorful thing for last. Turn the light off. We're going to head on into the medical bay. We got medical bay, pretty self-explanatory. I segregated it off even though I didn't have to. I just wanted to. Your your helm is not going to be the greatest thing to see out of. There are a couple extra things here for the 2 people that are supposed to be with you. These can be used to pilot drones if you would rather bring drones instead of those ships that are down there. And then a little bit of an observation deck. As far as the helm goes, thanks to SEC, Script God, for this. As you can see, the full readout in front of me. This is invaluable. You can completely pilot this thing in first person. And never have to go into third person as long as you're a good enough pilot. But you have, on your left, your cargo and your oxygen. You have, next to that is your piston position, so you know how far extended your pistons are. Speed and acceleration, and of course, to the right of that is your stopping distance, which is very important. And this is also running the script for power that is ran on the normal base. You can see on the far right, reactors, engines, batteries, everything. So you can fully pilot it from here. I'm not going to lie, it is slightly difficult if you're coming into a really weird-shaped asteroid, which is why I recommend having a drone or something with you, or somebody else in the crew to come help out and let you pilot in. But other than that, it is 100% flyable in first person. Thank you, game. Coming on down here, going to the most interesting spot. This is one I really love, and everybody loved this in the group. This is the double aught bar. As you can see, it's literally just a bar. There's normally a jukebox playing tunes, but they're copyright, so I turned them off. But yeah, it's literally just a bar with some seating areas and stuff. Super colorful. There's a disco light up there that gives me seizures, so I'm not going to do that. But yeah, it's just a cool, fun, chill out place for the crew. So while you're flying around, people can, sit down. They can kind of hang out and talk, or they can do their dance emotes. They can sit down here, watch the outside go by. It's awesome. Such a fun build, and that's hopefully what we're going to build in the Broadhead as well. Warning, of course, gravity may cause gravitational fields to shift during operation. The one cool thing I forgot to mention with this, let me just jump at the helm here. This is set up for stone ejection. You can see on the back. Oh, there it is. That's what I was going to show. Shit dot. We build it better. Thank you, Script God, for making those little shout outs to us all. But yeah, you can see the 2 connectors on the back. One there and one there with sorters. Those are the stone ejection systems. They have their own gravity fields. They poop out stone. It's an amazing ship. Something we really want to include on the workshop. And if that's something you're interested in, let us know. And there we are. That's the end of the video. Boy, this has been a long video. And I really hope you enjoyed the update to the server. This is a private server, so please don't ask if you can join us, because we're going to say no. But yeah, and if any of these ships really interest you, or you'd really want a detailed walkthrough of the build process or the internals, let us know in the comments below, and I'm sure we will be more than happy to talk to you all about what we did to build these, and expect to see maybe another one of this if this does well. I know a lot of people were interested last video, so we might see that colony ship that's unbuilt. We might see how that looks. We might look at missile stuff, and in the future we might even break off into our own separate factions, which would then allow us to build our own ways, and then, have those as separate videos as well. If it ever goes that way, I don't know. But I want to say thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this recording, and I hope to see you in the next video, whichever one that may be. As always, until then, bye-bye.